Hey, what's happening? Welcome to another episode on my YouTube channel. Today I want to talk to you about what is on everyone's mind, which is interest rates and inflation. If you've been paying attention to the news, you've noticed that the interest rates are now north of 6%. And the feds have intentions of continually raising those interest rates. The primary culprit, I've mentioned on this on previous episodes, inflation. Inflation is the primary culprit, and they are trying to get ahead of this curve. So let me give you a quick analogy. It's a train versus a car. So the train is heading down the tracks at 100 miles an hour. The train represents inflation. The car is only going 90 miles an hour. So clearly the train is going faster than the car. But the car needs to get ahead of the train in order to cross the tracks at the crossing. Now, the only way to do that is to accelerate. So every inch that the feds take to raise the interest rates is an acceleration of the car to get ahead of the train. So if you're going 90 miles an hour and the train's going 100, you have to keep going. So 95, not going to cut it. Even 100, now you're going 100 miles an hour, the car, 100 miles an hour, the train. You are now equal, but the train already had a head start. So in order to catch up to the train, you have to go 105, 110, 115 miles an hour to keep trying to speed up to get ahead of that train. And if we don't make the crossing before the train, or we cross the crossing at the same time as the train, it is going to be catastrophic. And what I mean by that, that's the analogy. The real term will be called stagflation. And I'll put the term, the official definition on the screen, but stagflation, to keep it simple, is really bad. We don't want that. And the feds know that we don't want that. So that's why they are putting this huge pressure on inflation, because we got to get ahead of it. And that's why they continually raise the interest rates. And it sucks, but unfortunately it's the right thing to do. And again, I've mentioned this earlier, where in the 1980s, interest rates were double digits. For the entire decade of the 1980s, the average interest rate was 13.94%. I looked it up myself. I was like, holy smokes. And if we don't get ahead of this thing, that's where we're headed. So anyway, thanks for watching. That's it for this episode. If you know anyone who's interested in buying or selling real estate, I know a fantastic broker. Again, thanks for watching. See you next time. Cheers.